The neighborhood kids, the kids that lived close to us that also went to the same middle school that I would have gone to, were all either heavily or at least peripherally involved in the drug culture of the time. And so that's how I was first exposed to pot. They had older brothers, they had older sisters who used, and so you came in contact with older brothers, and occasionally they would say, hey, come on over here and try this. The one thing that I do remember feeling about the experience was it wasn't entirely a pleasurable experience. Matter of fact, getting high never really was something that I enjoyed fully. I think peer pressure is felt more intensely possibly at middle school, but peer pressure is something that you never grow out of. You become more aware of it the older you get, and you become more aware of the decisions that you're making and the long-term ramifications of them because of peer pressure. But I think the drug that we as humans are probably more addicted to than anything else isn't something that you take. It's acceptance. We want to be accepted almost more than anything else. And we'll do just about anything else to be accepted when the opportunity is given. I was like any other kid with a set of friends. I wanted to be accepted by them. I felt accepted by them, but I wasn't comfortable being high. I still went and occasionally got high with my friends. More often than not, what ended up happening is I'd feign an illness or whatever to avoid actually smoking, but I was still there with the friends because I felt protective of them. I felt included with them. So there was that building feeling that this was wrong, that I needed to get out of it. I knew there were laws against it. I wanted to be a surgeon. I knew if I was caught with it, or it was going to go on my record, and it became something that just kind of haunted me. I have family members that have been in prison as a direct consequence of using drugs and the decisions that you make on the periphery from using drugs. I have family members who are addicts. They've been clean for a decade or more, but once you're an addict of a hard drug, you're always an addict. And anytime you're under any kind of stress in your normal life, you'll consider going back to that drug. That's the hold that it has on you. But if you're living your life during the course of the week with the hope or the expectation of on the weekend or at some party that you're going to get high with your friends, and that's what gives meaning to your life, well, you've already harmed yourself by that decision. The main reason why you're looking for that high in the first place is that the rest of your life isn't satisfactory. The rest of your life is something that you live through to get to the chance to be high. Drug use isn't just limited to people who are not athletes. I was an athlete. I played soccer, I played football. I can think of at least 4 or 5 guys that I played soccer with, that I played football with, that their pot use led to them dying in their early 40s. And if it wasn't their pot use, then they switched to some other drug of choice, alcohol, whatever it was. And the damage to their family, because they all had families when they died, the damage to their family was that their dad's not there anymore. And their life was shortened simply by the choice to continue to abuse that drug. And at some point in time, you're going to go to a party where a different drug that might provide a bigger high is available. And you'll be tempted because you're there with your friends. And maybe they're tempted. Think about, is there something else that I could do with my life? A change in the normal span of my life, not my party life, that would make me choose to go and have a good time with my friends, where a drug wasn't necessary to have a good time. So my advice would be, if you're going to use drugs, from a perspective of somebody who's used them before, I'd say it's a dead end. There's really nothing there for you.